Do you have a seal of approval to be yourself? I contend that all we need to ever do is be the best possible version of ourselves, and that be you is the most important university or certification or seal of approval we ever achieve. And that means loving ourselves is the most important thing. And knowing that we're human, we're going to make mistakes, but we're going to keep learning and growing and moving forward to create what it is that we want to see in the world by setting the example. And I don't think that there is a certification or a seal of approval for that. Seal of approval was our idiom for supersized movement today. And I love the origin of it because I think it's hilarious. And it shows us so much about the world around us that most of us don't even actually think about or see. And that is that everything's made up, right? Good Housekeeping made up and created, they just made it up out of thin air, a seal of approval. They had labs, so they would test products, and as long as an advertiser would pay for it, they would test the product and then give it their stamp or seal of approval, and advertisers could then use the Good Housekeeping seal of approval on their products that they were selling to people. And that added the credibility of the magazine, which obviously was an incredibly smart marketing strategy and campaign that they still use today, right? And all you have to do to get it is actually paid for advertising in their publication. Brilliant. Yes. Have you ever seen any of these directories, professional directories? All of them, you just have to pay to participate in. They say they're free, but you really have to pay to participate in them. Every certification, every award, actually even our college degrees in education, we exchange our hard-earned money for our education. Now, I have a lot of thoughts and feelings about that have changed over the decades as my beliefs and my thoughts and my feelings about these things have changed. I used to be a collector and purveyor of every certification that I could possibly get my hands on. I had a thirst for learning and knowledge and wisdom and education. So I have 3 degrees. I don't even know, dozens and dozens of certificates of completion and certifications for different types of quality leadership and management, project management, engineering, even pest control. I got my certification in pest control when I worked in the food industry so that I would have the knowledge and education and wisdom and making sure that we didn't have any pests in our products and services. Mostly we did products, not very many. I guess we did delivery services, but that's a different story. So Good Housekeeping in 1909 created the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. And then by 1919, when they sold their publication to the Hearst publication group, Hearst Publishers, whatever, to Hearst, which is a huge media conglomerate, they already had 300,000 subscribers in 1919. That's the year my grandma was born. And they already had 300,000 people that subscribed to their magazine. So think of the impact today. I don't know what they have for subscribers today. I didn't look it up. Didn't really care to, because it's like anything else. We can create what we need to create what we want to see in the world. So could I create my own certification program? Absolutely, positively. Have I thought about it? Have I done it? Yes, I have. In different industries, we created our own certification programs. I know people that created really, really successful certification programs in order to move their products and services that they provided to people ahead. And it's an incredible strategy. It's why people create coaching and certification programs to let other people sell their program, right? So I'm an avid fan. I think that it reminds us to take with a grain of salt, though, the importance of certifications. Tony Robbins is one of my favorite stories. When he was probably in the early 80s, late 70s, he was in an NLP, neuro-linguistic programming certification program. And he walked out after like the first day or something. I can't remember the story. He tells the story over and over again, but he walked out because he was like, I can help people. I can help people right now. I don't have to wait to be certified. So he, instead of following this certification program, went out and actually started helping people on the street and in bars or wherever he met them, and became famous for that. He ended up being on television and created his own infomercials and his own certification programs. Imagine that. Tony Robbins has lots of certification programs where he has certified coaches that teach his program for him, so he doesn't have to do it all himself. So anyway, I love it. We talked about mirror work and confidence. Louise Hay is one of my earliest and favorite personal development personalities. She's since passed away, she and Dr. Wayne Dyer. But she's who I learned about mirror work from. And I I will admit I don't practice it enough, which I'm going to start doing today because that's our topic for today. But I share 7 steps for doing mirror work. And I highly recommend that if you want to find out what's really going on in your subconscious, you spend 2 minutes looking at yourself in the mirror, looking at your eyes in the mirror, saying affirmations and seeing what feelings come up for you. It's one of the fastest, easiest, almost anybody has access to a mirror. I mean, I can't tell you how many mirrors I have laying around my house. I don't look in them very often, but I got a lot of them. So we talked about how to use mirror work to really get at what's going on, your underlying beliefs and thoughts and feelings about different things, because that's how we figure out what's holding us back. If we didn't have anything holding us back, we would already have everything that we could possibly imagine and everything that we want. Now, I don't know about you, but I want to have everything I could possibly imagine and that I want in my life. Now, it's because I have ever growing and changing wants and desires, right? As soon as I achieve a goal I've already set before I achieve that one, when I get close to achieving my goal, I already have set the next one. Why? Because I know that motivates and drives me and keeps me moving forward in my life. It doesn't work for everybody, but it definitely works for me. Because I've had experiences where I set really big goals, I achieved them, and I had that huge drop off and letdown of, all right, I achieved this goal, now what? And I didn't like that feeling, so I realized that if I set the next goal before I actually get to the finish line of the first goal, that keeps me moving forward, and that keeps me always motivated and taking action. Because I had some experiences where I achieved a big goal and I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable now. What? I don't want to just be comfortable, right? I want to get out of my comfort zone and stretch and figure out what I'm really here for. All right, that's all I've got to pontificate about today. If I can help you in any way, ask. Love to know your thoughts on certifications, education, seals of approval, and things. I guess my problem with formal education, which is all made up, right? Everything, it's all made up, is that you can go to school for 4 years. You can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, but there is no guarantee that you're going to have the results that you want at the end of that. There's no guarantee. The only guarantee is you are going to go after and get the thing that you want. Your school isn't going to, get you a job. They all say they will, and I'm the exception to that, so I don't know what to tell you, because there's a certain percentage of people that get jobs out of college in their field, but there's a lot of them that don't. And I would say there's a much higher percentage, no matter what the statistics are reported as, than that don't. I mean, if I look at every coaching program, every certification program I have ever participated in, far more people didn't complete the program and failed than succeeded, right? And it wasn't because they were grading on a curve. It was because they didn't do what they needed to do in order to achieve the result that they wanted, which is a lot of times it's just a certificate, right? All right. Have a great day, and I'll be with you tomorrow.